How's it going today, guys? I'm bringing you another video. This one's going to be more on the negative end because I don't know what the fuck is going on at Activision. I don't know what the fuck is going on at Treyarch. I honestly don't know what the fuck is going on with Call of Duty anymore nowadays. All I know is that since the launch of the game, since each update, since each little patch, since whatever, except for maybe the MP5 patch, this game has gotten less and less fun since the beta. I played maybe a week of the beta. I played quite a bit of it, but fuck, I have no idea what is going on. This game is absolute trash at this point. Season 1 was just delayed, so we have to wait another week pretty much for the content that should have been here at launch. Skill-based matchmaking, which is a whole nother topic and is just fucking probably the number one thing ruining this game at this point, besides the absolute incompetence of Activision and Treyarch to an extent. Although I mainly think it's Activision's executives influencing, Treyarch to make certain decisions based off of, success. Which is why the gunsmith is in here. And I mean, this feels like a Sledgehammer game anyway. They were thrown into the fire to fix this shit by Activision. And you know what? They're getting thrown under the bus by a lot of people for it. And I don't think that's fair to them. But Activision, fuck me, man. There is just so much stuff going on right now as far as that season delay. Delaying it a whole nother week, which I'm assuming is just for Warzone. Who knows what is the actual reason they're delaying it. But can you not give us the fucking maps on, the 10th when they were supposed to come out? We've only have 8 fucking maps. And I got bored of them, 2 weeks ago. A week into this game's launch. I was fucking bored of them. And I've been playing Nuketown nonstop. It's the only map that is any fun to play because all the other ones suck. Cartel, you can't see shit unless you have a flashlight attachment. Miami's fucking big. And Armada, don't even get me started on the absolute shitness of that map. That is probably one of the worst Call of Duty maps I've ever played. There's no flanking routes. You cannot get behind the enemy team whatsoever. Basically just turns into a giant campfest up top. But anyways, I actually have a pretty nice gameplay here. I go on 2 pretty nice streaks in the second round of the domination match. This is also in theater once again. But anyways, you know what? I kind of get tired of complaining about Activision and Treyarch always shorting us on content at launch. I mean, I've gotten used to it at this point, but fuck, delaying it just for a week for God knows whatever fucking reasons. I kind of wish we had some transparency with these companies. But we don't. They keep everything under wraps. As far as this season 1 update, we've had no transparency besides, there was a nerf that was leaked. We haven't been told what's getting nerfed, what's getting buffed, what is going on. It's all been kept under wraps. And usually Treyarch's been really good on their communications. But then again, who knows? I mean, we all kind of expected an M16 nerf and an AUG nerf. But I'm just getting really tired of the fun getting sucked out of the game. Sure, there's some overpowered weapons, but if there's overpowered weapons, shouldn't you maybe buff some of the other weapons? Like the KSP is completely unusable until you get bullet velocity attachments. The FFAR since the nerf is completely useless. It is not viable whatsoever because of the fucking recoil. It does alright damage, but the XM4 does just as much damage and has pretty much no recoil depending on which attachment you decide to run. AK-47, really strong, way less recoil. It's just getting to the point where everything just gets nerfed into the ground, and it's just no fun Call of Duty at this point. I mean, I understand that there should be weapon balance, and I mean, they have a vision for how each weapon should be used, because you shouldn't be beaming people with the M16. I know it looks like the game just froze, by the way. This is just a theater mode bug in Domination because I didn't record this gameplay live. Because anytime I record, I get screwed by SBMM. But thank God for theater mode, so I can actually, upload some of these decent gameplays I get. So it is what it is. The delay, we've just got to take it like men, like we have been with SBMM. But so reading into the Season 1 roadmap a little bit more, I mean, granted, I'm upset about this content delay because this is just absolutely unacceptable. This shit should have been here at launch. Once again, this just shows you how inept Activision and Treyarch really are. And I mean, this shows you how big of a shit show this game was in development. This game should have never came out. It at least should have been delayed another year, at that point. And, it would have given Infinity Turd more time on their next game as well. So, seeing as they're probably going to have a release next year too, and who knows how that's going to be. No, I mean, I'm obviously speculating far ahead, and I'm getting off subject here. I'm rambling like an old man. But on the 8th, we're going to be getting some quality of life improvements. Basically, I'm assuming that's the M16 nerf, the AUG nerf, and whatever other weapons they decide to nerf. Probably the 74U again. Who knows? I see that weapon a lot, but it's just getting to the point where this game has lost all of its fun, from skill-based matchmaking, from the bugs, to just the ineptitude of Activision and Treyarch. I mean, I've said that how many times in this fucking video, and I can go on and on for days about it, but it's ridiculous at this point. Get your shit together, guys. There's a reason guys like Blame Truth want to suplex, your game directors. And honestly, honestly, I want to suplex them too. I know I kind of stuttered, and I shouldn't have stuttered because, who shouldn't want to suplex these developers at this point, considering you got people that have been buying this game for years, a decade plus, and they're appealing to people that haven't even been alive a decade, haven't even played video games for a decade. Granted, it's a new audience and they're trying to make their money and execute business practices, but you know what? They weren't doing that stuff when I was playing. Sure, there was some kind of, bullshit with the maps, costing $10 for 3 of them, but that was the worst of it. Nowadays, between microtransactions, and I mean, Activision isn't the only one. I mean, you've got EA and all their stuff going on with microtransactions and trying to get kids to gamble on, fake cards and shit. So it is what it is, but I think it would be a step in the positive direction if they would at least attempt to listen to the community on some things, and not take their sweet ass time, because Infinity War took their sweet ass time, and I stopped playing Modern Warfare before any of the patches came out. I didn't buy it at launch, bought it maybe shortly a month after, but you know what? All these fucking ass hats that work at Activision should be held accountable for, essentially destroying Call of Duty and turning it into a shit show. This game is a shit show, and it has been, since day one. From bricking PS5s to crashing constantly to, all the texture bugs and glitches. I can go on for days, about all the bugs that I've encountered, zombies crashing constantly, multiplayer crashing constantly. I've had the campaign crash on me several times while I was mid-mission, and that to me is just unacceptable. The score streaks, that whole system, fuck, man. Whoever came up with that idea should be fired and needs to be, pied in the face over and over again with a banana cream pie. Or they should just get bitch slapped by Terry Crews over and over again. Either or, you know, I'd enjoy it. I mean, even going back to the Modern Warfare 2 days, I don't think, you know, especially going back to the Modern Warfare 2 days, I kind of miss Robert Bowling. The man actually cared about his job. As opposed to what we get now. You know, we've got Ashton Williams at Infinity Ward, and then, you know, Treyarch, who has been usually pretty good at their community feedback, have been trash, you know. But, you know what? Anyways, guys, my gameplay is coming to an end. Go on a pretty monstrous, you know, rampage here towards the end. And the other team, you know, just so happened to stop spawning. I go 43-8. This was on skill-based matchmaking. I didn't have on the gunship. Haven't gotten a gunship yet. But anyways, guys, that's it. I will see you next time.